Michael Anthony, former bassist of legendary rock band Van Halen, has opened up about his decision to leave the band in the mid-2000s, revealing shocking details about the betrayal he felt at the hands of Eddie Van Halen. Speaking candidly for the first time in years, Anthony shared how his long-standing relationship with Eddie and the rest of the band deteriorated to the point of no return. Anthony didn't hold back, describing the emotional toll that led to his departure. "Eddie did some horrible things to me during that period," Anthony stated. "It was more than just creative differences. It was a betrayal that cut deep." The bassist explained that, while Eddie had always been the driving force behind the band, a shift in the band's internal dynamics left him sidelined and eventually pushed out. "There was a lot of manipulation going on behind the scenes," Anthony revealed. "When I started questioning some of the decisions, especially business ones, Eddie didn't take kindly to that. It felt like I was being erased from the picture, even though I had been there from the very start." Anthony's decision to leave the band was not just a matter of musical differences. The tensions in Van Halen had been building for years, especially after the reunion with Sammy Hagar. "The whole thing with Sammy was exhausting," he admitted. "Eddie and Sammy never seemed to get along, and it was hard being stuck in the middle of that. But it wasn't just that. By the end, Eddie's actions were personal. I felt like I was being pushed out in the most painful way possible." The betrayal hit a breaking point when Wolfgang Van Halen, Eddie's son, was brought in to replace Michael Anthony. "That really stung," said Anthony. "I realized that maybe I was no longer needed. It wasn't just about the music anymore. It was about how I was being treated." Despite the personal and professional heartbreak, Anthony expressed gratitude toward Van Halen's loyal fan base. "The fans were always there for me, even when things got tough behind the scenes. They were the ones who kept me going, even though they didn't know all the details. I felt like I owed it to them, and to myself, to walk away when it became clear that it wasn't going to work anymore." Reflecting on his time with Van Halen, Michael Anthony made it clear that while the ending was difficult, he has no regrets about his contributions to the band's success. "I'm proud of what we did. The music we made still resonates with people today, and that's something special. Yeah, it didn't end the way I would have liked, but the legacy of Van Halen will always be there." Anthony's departure marked the end of an era for Van Halen, and while tensions between the band members became a part of rock history, Anthony's post-Van Halen career has flourished. He's found success with projects like Chickenfoot and has continued to stay active in the music world. As for the future, Anthony remains optimistic, adding, "Life goes on. I'm at peace with what happened, and I'm excited about what's next."